Hi, welcome. This is our skincare, body care, beauty essentials, DIY slash optional already made class. I'm really excited about this because I love DIY, and many of us in this group do. And some people have for years been using DIY, me, and some people that are new to this and now have found how easy it is. So I want to just quickly, before we start, just quickly talk about the fact that the vast majority of the skincare that's on the market has a whole lot of chemicals in it that we really just don't need for our skin to be beautiful or to be clean. In fact, it actually does the exact opposite. It ages our skin faster. It causes problems in the long run. It can be endocrine disruptors, which causes infertility and thyroid disruption. So it's really important to empower yourself to know what's in your products so that you know how to stay healthy and well and beautiful too. And also know that we have so many tricks up our sleeves to smell good and look beautiful and help with all the things like fine lines and problems on skin. And we have natural solutions for that. The other thing is that what you'll find as you start getting into this world of natural beauty care is that you can save a fortune, like really save so much money. So that's the other thing that's really exciting about this, is that you can save a ton of money too. So with that, I'm going to hand it over to Pam, our newer DIYer.
Hello, everybody. Okay, so I am one of those practical people that don't have time to sit and fuss and patska around with skin and makeup and all of that. So I need quick, easy fixes, and you're not going to get quicker and easier than the recipes that you get with the Young Living products, because they are so powerful and beautiful and like just amazing. So like a quick rundown for me, I start my day and end my day with a charcoal bar, which is made of activated charcoal, and it's infused with this amazing orange blossom blend from Young Living, which is invigorating and fresh and beautiful. You can use it on your face, you can use it on your body. In fact, I don't use my handmade deodorant anymore because I wash myself all over with my charcoal bar, and it deodorizes and cleans you at the same time. And it's powerful and gentle, so it takes out all the impurities from your skin, but it doesn't break that natural barrier that is really your skin needs. So it's brilliant for acne, it's brilliant for dry skin, for oily skin. It's just a brilliant bar to have. In fact, all of us use it. So yeah, and it lasts long, it's not expensive, comes beautifully packaged as well. You like just don't even want to throw away the packaging. There it is. So yeah, so that's how I start my day and I end my day. I don't use a makeup remover. Everything that I use is made mostly from the starter pack of the oils that we get in South Africa. I do love my bergamot, so that's something that you don't have in the starter pack, but it's amazing. My night creams, I used to wear foundation on my skin every day because I had terrible pregnancy, what's it called? I can't even remember. Since I've been using all these products and frankincense, the pigmentation is gone completely. So I don't feel like I need to use all these other funny products. My skin is glowing and healthy and beautiful. If you know, I know people always ask about this new mask acne that we're getting. There's an amazing oil in our starter kit called Purification. You just put a drop on your skin, or you can make it. I make a toner with Purification and tea tree that I just spritz on my face quick every morning. So yeah, like nothing, you know, fancy, but everything's beautiful, everything's natural, everything's toxin free. I make an amazing face mask with my 14-year-old. And it's, let me get my recipe, it's really easy, it takes 2 minutes, not even 2 minutes to make. We both sit on the couch for 10 minutes and have a chat or whatever. You wipe it off with a warm face cloth and you feel beautiful and you feel fresh and your skin feels amazing. Like you just need nothing else really. And it's 2 tablespoons of bentonite clay. where you can get almost anywhere clean and beautiful. 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, 1 drop of tea tree. I do 1 drop of bergamot, but you can use any oil. Melrose is also beautiful for your skin. And sometimes a little bit of water just to make it a little bit more paste, like a little bit more runny. You add it, you like apply it, and it's done. Quick, easy, so amazing. I'm going to be 41 this year, soon, and just before lockdown, I got the best compliment. One of my son's new friends had just come to his school, said, "Oh, I didn't know you had an older sister." And he was, of course, really embarrassed, and I was really, really proud. So, yeah. So get these products. They are amazing and easy and fun and just, yeah, they're amazing. I think I'm handing to Sam or Andy.
I think it's me. Thanks, Pam. Hello, everybody. I'm Sam, and I'm going to just share a little bit of my kind of face routine with you. So I also, probably before I even started using Young Living, I had started to do research into chemicals and the stuff I was putting on my skin, and I was like a Clarins double serum, I think it was called, girl. So I was like spending a lot of money on my face stuff, and then I had, like, I don't know, I'd stopped using that, and then Andy and Lara had introduced me to the Think Dirty app, and I was horrified when I saw that Clarins double serum was a 9, which means it's like terrible for your skin and for the environment and just not a good product to be using. So I, obviously, once I got my oils, started really experimenting with what I could use on my skin. And I change things up quite often, but at the moment, because you can change the oils that you add into your serums and your eye cream or your mask or your scrubs for whatever's going on with your body. So I, at the moment, am using at night a 30 ml pipette dropper bottle, and I do 15 drops of frankincense, 15 drops of lavender, and 10 drops of Vala, which is, it's so beautiful. I think in South Africa, we use Vala because we want all the benefits of blue tansy, which we don't get in South Africa yet, but Vala has blue tansy in it. So, I mean, you can't see the blue in it now, but when you first, and this is nearly finished, I need to make a new batch. But when you first put it in, it also just makes your serum look so beautiful. So that's nighttime serum. And then I actually am finding that now that's enough. In winter, I was using a like cream. It's quite oily, but it's more creamy than it has more of a cream texture than just the serum, which I think someone else is going to share a similar recipe to. Just if your skin's feeling a little bit like it needs more hydration, to have something on top of the serum. And then, I don't know if you can see, yeah, you can see like I've got a little bit of pigmentation from, I have freckly skin, so it's kind of, it's inherent in me that I'm going to have pigmentation. But I've been using so this is like a nighttime eye cream. I use it, it's amazing for fine lines and for pigmentation. So it's got the pigment roller is a little 5 ml bottle, which I've just put a Young Living roller top on. And then I want it to be strong because I want it to really affect and I mean, that little spot of pigment was much bigger. So it really has been working. So I do 30 drops of orange oil, and that's really great for like brightening your skin and getting rid of pigmentation. 15 drops of geranium, which just makes it smell beautiful too, and has amazing skin benefits. And then 15 drops of frankincense. So I think the frankincense, I mean, there's some before and after pictures. I don't know if everyone's seen it on this group, of a woman who had terrible bags under her eyes and used this for a couple of weeks, and her before and after picture is amazing. So that's a really nice one for bags under your eyes as well. And then because of change of seasons, I think because it's like the air is like very dry because we haven't had our first rain yet, I've been making which is a new one that I'm trying, that I just want to show you kind of the consistency of it. So I do 2 teaspoons of bicarb and 2 teaspoons of olive oil. And then I add my essential oils. At the moment, I'm using cinnamon bark because we now get it in South Africa. So I encourage you to get that. Oh, sorry, someone's asking, avo oil in the eye serum, because I just find it's a little bit more moisturizing. Jojoba is great for your like for your skin. I think it's the most similar to your skin makeup. So it's kind of good for everyone's skin type. And then the eye serum one, I use avocado because it's a little bit more like hydrating. Then back to the scrub. So 2 teaspoons bicarb, 2 teaspoons olive oil, and then I'm adding in cinnamon bark and patchouli. So it smells really beautiful. And cinnamon is also great for acne. So it could, people were asking about acne, it could also work really well for that on top of the purification. And then, which something that's also just launched in South Africa is this Davana or Davana, I'm not sure how we pronounce it, which for the South Africans on the call, smells like Scott's emulsion. So it like makes me feel like I'm a child all over again. I don't know if I'm the only one who thinks that it smells like that, but that's like exactly what I get is Scott's emulsion. I've only been using it for like a week and a half, but I use this for the day. So also added to jojoba, and I haven't, I've been doing it in I think this is a 10 ml, and I've been doing, can't remember how many drops now. I think 20 drops in this size, which is 10 or 15. It might actually be 20 mils, but you can play around with whatever size bottles you've got. And my skin has never felt better than it feels right now. The other thing I wanted to just add in is that I have been doing, a lot of my friends who are not into like natural ways yet are getting Botox. So I've become like super conscious about my frown lines, but I've started researching facial massage, and it's quite incredible the difference that it makes. So if you're interested in having like a natural facelift, do some research on facial massage. And then the other thing that I've added in is cupping, which is also amazing. So I put my serum on and do a little cupping session once a week as well. Kim, how many drops of purification? I haven't put purification in this. I just mentioned it as another addition to acne. But for this, I just did 1 drop. So I do 2 teaspoons of bicarb, 2 teaspoons of olive oil, and a drop of cinnamon and a drop of patchouli. Thank you. I think I'm handing to Taryn, unless the order may be changed.
No.
Taryn.
Thanks, Sam. Thank you. It's like really great tips. Thank you so much. I'm just going to share 2 recipes with you. The first one is, it's a hair growth tonic, and I make it in this, it's a 100 ml spray bottle. And it's made up of 10 drops each of cedarwood. Cedarwood is like amazing for anything skin and hair related. And 10 drops lavender, and 10 drops of rosemary, which has only just arrived in South Africa. So mine is still on order. But in its place, I have been using peppermint. So I think what I'm going to carry on with what I've got and just add the rosemary to it. So if you don't have rosemary yet, you can use some peppermint. And then to that, I add about 1/3 of the bottle of witch hazel. So witch hazel you can get anywhere. You can get it at Dis-Chem, any of the natural online shops and that kind of thing. And then you top it up with water. And you can decide how you use it. I like to spray it all over my hair as soon as I've showered and washed my hair, and then just like leave it to dry naturally. And I find that it's really, really makes my hair really soft and manageable, because I naturally do have quite like thick, unruly hair, so it helps with that. I've also have read that, if you just spray it on your hair, it moves up to your roots. So if you don't want to put it in your roots and you think it might make it oily, you can do that. But I'll just share a quick story with you. And there goes my daughter running across, sorry. My mom has naturally very fine hair, and a few years ago, due to chemo, she lost all of her hair. And she had always colored her hair. So when I started to grow back, and she was obviously like totally gray, she was like, hey, I'm just going with the gray look, and she let it grow out, but she's like, oh, I've got even less hair than I had before. And I made this for her. And what she does is she goes like quite hectic with it. So every night she takes a spray bottle, she sprays it all over, she massages it in. She puts like a little duck thing over that she used to wear when she didn't have any hair, and she sleeps with it. And every morning she just washes it out. And the noticeable difference of the new hair that's growing out and the filling out of her hair has been absolutely incredible, that she's even getting feedback, you know, from people who don't even know that she's doing it. Her hairdresser and some friends have like noticed it. So it definitely does work. I'm not using it for the hair growth or thickening because I've got enough. It's more just for the health aspects. And then the other thing I want to share with you is a foot scrub. So it's obviously going into spring or summer here in South Africa, and you get a bit of a fright when you have to start wearing sandals again. And I was like, oh gosh, I don't have time to go for a pedi. So I quickly just Googled and it was like foot scrub with essential oils. And I came up with the quickest, most easiest foot scrub that I'm totally addicted to now. So all you need is 1 cup of either sugar or coarse salt. I use sugar because that's what I had. And then you take 1 tablespoon of olive oil, 1 tablespoon of coconut oil, and then 5 drops each of, and this is awesome because it's all in your SA starter kit, peppermint and lavender and tea tree. So, you know, for the feet, get some tea tree in there. And you just mix it all together. And I just gave myself like a little pedicure and I just rubbed it all over, and it was so, so lovely because all the smells were just divine. And the peppermint kind of makes everything tingly and starts to circulate everything. And then I put the rest of it into this jar that I had at home. So it makes a lot, and you don't, so I just keep it next to the bath now. And it now is not just a foot scrub. I actually, when I'm in the bath, I just take it and I just kind of use it all over. So it's turned into a whole body scrub. So quick, easy, everything is in your kitchen. And smells amazing. Oh, and by the way, when I was busy making it, I licked my finger and it tastes quite good as well. Okay, that's me, and I'm handing over to Ellie.
Thank you. Awesome. I love all these recipes. Okay. First of all, I wanted to share for those of you who are not in South Africa, just quickly about, we do have a new skincare line in the US, which I really do love it. That being said, I still do use a lot of my DIY, and I'm going to share both. But we have a new line called Bloom, which there are rumors may be coming to other countries soon to near you. But this is the, this is a face wash. Sorry, it's kind of weird, this lighting. There we go. It says Bloom backwards is the name of the line. So that's the face wash. This is like a brightening serum, which kind of gives you a little bit of a glow look. I actually did use it right before this call, so they have a little bit of glow going on, right? And then this is the brightening lotion. So all of it is about like brightening. And we have a product called Sheer Lame that's been around for years. It really helps with dark spots and age spots and things like that. So it has that formula as part of it, which is awesome. Okay, so I use this, but I still use my homemade toner, which I love a toner. It just makes me feel fresh and clean. So after I wash my face with either the Bloom or with the charcoal bar soap, which I actually use the charcoal bar soap quite a bit because this is what's in my shower. And so I'll work out and then I'll use the charcoal bar soap. And then this is probably about 100 milliliters, maybe 4 ounces, speaking in US. And it is one, and I put it in the recipe sheet that hopefully all you guys saw on the link here, but it is a half water. I had to look and see how I made it. Half water, half witch hazel. And then, and by the way, let me just quickly talk about witch hazel. I don't know what your brand situation is in other countries. In the US, this is one of the only brands I can find that is just pure witch hazel without alcohol. A lot of the witch hazels have alcohol in them. I know that Essentially Natural, right, .za has a clean witch hazel, so that is an option for you if you're in SA. And then my actual favorite oil to put in it is an oil called Kunzia, which is only in the US, I think, right now, but it is the first cousin basically to tea tree. So tea tree could be an option for you, or purification is always an awesome option in a toner. I actually love purification in a toner. Quincy is a fairly new oil for us. For me, the reason that I like it most is it has a purifying effect, but it's very, to me, it smells like a sweet tea tree. It smells, that's exactly what it smells like to me, is like a super sweet tea tree. So I just like the smell of it. And so it's on my face, I smell it. So I want it to smell good. The other thing that I use every day, even if I'm using the Bloom collection, is my homemade eye serum, which is very much like Sam just explained for hers. I do mine very concentrated, just like Sam does. I prefer argan oil in my eye serum. It's just like, I mean, I like avocado too. It's maybe a little bit more emulsive than avocado oil. And I have some really special oils that I've collected over the years that you do get in all the countries. I really love rose, and I only use a little bit, but it's my eyes, right? Like, I feel like my skin deserves that. So I would say if there's something that you want to save up for, actually my very first bottle of rose I got from my birthday that my mom and my husband bought together for me. They asked me what I wanted, and I said, why don't you guys together buy me a bottle of rose oil? So maybe you can convince someone to do that for you. I also am obsessed with helichrysum for wrinkles. So rose and helichrysum and myrrh and sacred frankincense are all available in your countries, all countries. So these are the ones that are like my heavy hitters that I save them for my face. Rose, myrrh, sacred frankincense, and helichrysum. Super faves. Then another option, and I can't remember if you guys get geranium. Yes, I thought so. So if you don't want to splurge for rose, geranium is known as poor man's rose. I think it's kind of a mean name for poor geranium, because it's still an amazing, amazing oil for skin and for wrinkles. So that's another great oil if you really want to indulge your skin. And it's super mood uplifting too. So you think about, you put this stuff on your face and then it makes you feel happy too. Okay, so that's eye serum. Then the next thing I want to talk about is super easy, lazy way to moisturize your body really fast. If you haven't made a face serum with oil yet, and you're like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I can put oil on my face. Once you start doing it, you realize how amazing it makes your face feel. So why not do the same thing for your body? So I do love lotions, I really do. But the easiest way to make your own body like super soft is with an oil. So I like sweet almond oil or avocado oil, depending on the season of how dry my skin is. And I just keep this, I mean, you could really just put oil in straight into this and make this, whatever you buy it in, your body oil. But I just pour it in here. Whoa, something's going on. And then I put whatever essential oils that I want into it. The one that I pick is ylang ylang, because it is so sexy. It just smells like heaven to me. It's really good for your skin. It's really good for your circulation. And then it also just smells amazing. So those are my 3 recipes that I wanted to share with you. And then I'm handing off to Adi.
Hi, everybody. So I'm going to share with you today my heel cream. And this is something that I make all the time, because back in the day, before Young Living launched in South Africa, we used to be able to get Animal Sense ointment here, which was really amazing for dry and cracked heels. And then when Young Living launched in South Africa, we didn't get all the products, so I couldn't get the Animal Sense cream. So which is actually meant for animals, but amazing for humans too. I decided to experiment and make my own heel cream, because I always suffer with dry heels. And it's so embarrassing in summer when you walk around with your slip-slops and you've always got these dry, cracked heels. Anyway, I found the most amazing recipe, and I think Addie's going to share it with you, but you basically just melt on the stove beeswax pellets. So if any of you don't know what beeswax pellets look like, they look like little hard pellets. And these I got from the Soap Barn in Joburg. So you melt beeswax and you melt coconut oil and shea butter on the stove. Then you take your glass container and you add, before this is the ready-made one, so before this is ready-made, you add to your empty glass container your oil. So if you've just got the starter kit, you can use oils like frankincense, lavender, peppermint, and lemon. And then if you've got oils beyond the starter kit, what I've got in here, I've got frankincense, lavender, bergamot, tea tree, and oregano. And then once you've melted everything on the stove, you take it off, you pour it very carefully in your oils, you put the lid on, you give it a little shake, and then you put it in your fridge and it sets. So this is the finished product. This is about like my 4th jar already made. So you can see what it looks like inside. So it all sets. And it is amazing for your feet and for your heels. I actually made this for my mom for Mother's Day because she has the same problem. And she says she uses it on her hands as well. And it's amazing, nourishes her hands for that as well. So it's a 2-in-1 hand and foot cream. Very, very nice. You could probably use it all over your body. And then the other thing I want to share with you is my scalp serum. So Taryn and I are obviously on this, the hair foot thing, the same vibe tonight. So she used the similar oils to me. She did a hair spray. So what I like to do is I like to make a scalp serum. So the carrier oil that I like to use is black Jamaican castor oil, which looks like that. It's different to normal white castor oil in that it's not as sticky and thick, and it has amazing hair growth properties. So I use that. So what I did was I took an empty 15 ml bottle of lavender because I actually have lavender in the recipe. So I just took an empty bottle and I put in, let me just get my recipe. You can choose what oils you want to add to your serum depending on what you want your serum for. So to this one, because I want it for hair growth, like Taryn mentioned, I put in lavender, cedarwood, rosemary, and ylang ylang. But for dry hair, if you've got dandruff, you can rather add oils like tea tree, lemon, frankincense. If your hair is falling out because of hormonal issues, you can add oils like cypress, geranium, and clary sage. So it depends what you want to use your serum for. You can choose any of those oils or all of those oils and throw them in here, and then just fill it up with Jamaican black castor oil. Just make sure you swirl it around. And then when you're ready to use it, I just put it in a bowl of boiling water for 1 to 2 minutes, just so it warms up. I go shower, so my hair's wet and my pores are open. And then I use my dropper bottle, and this is what it looks like. And I drop it all over my scalp and massage it all in, and it's sticky and delicious and gross at the same time. And you just must try get it in separate your hair and get it all over your scalp. And then I actually do it at night, and then I put my hair up in a bun and I go to sleep with it on. You don't have to, you can leave it on for at least 30 minutes and then rinse it off. Just put your hair up, put a shower cap on, do whatever you need to do. But I actually like to leave it overnight. And then I'll wake up in the morning and I'll wash it out, obviously with our natural shampoo. And your hair is so shiny and healthy, and your scalp feels so amazing. So I like to do that at least twice a month if I can. Just an amazing scalp serum. I just wanted to say also that I couldn't find it because my daughter's got it with her, but to make beautiful eyelashes, bombshell eyelashes, a good trick also is to take an empty mascara bottle and put 3 drops each. I do lavender, cedarwood, and ylang ylang, and you can fill that up with castor oil and just put it on your eyelashes at night before you go to bed. and it really helps your eyelashes to grow as well. Just be careful not to get it in your eyes. So be very careful when you're putting it on at night. And the last thing I just wanted to say was that Young Living has the most amazing lip ices. There's no need to go anywhere else. These lip ices are really amazing. There's, I think in South Africa, it's grapefruit and lavender. They're moisturizing. I know people use it on their eyes over here, and they put their makeup over it, and there's so many different uses for it. The other day, actually, I was taking my daughter to school, and for some other reason, her face was peeling, and she said, "Do you have moisturizer?" And I looked at her and I thought, well, who carries moisturizer in the car? But I had my lip balm. So she actually just took the lip balm and rolled it all over her face and rubbed it all in, and the dryness went away. So it's really handy. The lavender one also, I use all the time on my son. If he hurts himself or scrapes himself, I'll just roll it on his skin. It's very, very nourishing. And those are all my beauty tips.
Awesome. Thank you guys. That was awesome. Okay, so we have a ton of questions. I thought maybe we could just open it up to some of the questions, and or if someone has another recipe that they love that they want to share, feel free to, you know, unmute and share. So Natalie, I about your body cream, you saw my super easy body cream, and then Adie has her more thick body cream, or you could do something in between that. You could do without beeswax, you could do shea butter and coconut oil with whatever oils you want, and just, it's actually really nice if you whip it with like a stand mixer or a mixing machine and make it fluffy. So that's another idea for a body cream, super simple. After sun cream, so what we do in my house is I just take an aloe plant and squish out the aloe and then put in lavender. I love to add a little bit of helichrysum in it too, and then just put it in a spray bottle and spray it on is really good. You can add some vitamin E oil to it as well, so it lasts.
Sorry, Ali, I actually wanted to mention another, not a beauty tip, but just a handy thing to have around the house is lemongrass. Because if you want to remove nail polish, a nice natural way to remove nail polish is actually just with lemongrass. It's quite amazing. You just take your cotton wool, you put your lemongrass on. Some people, or you can put a drop of lemongrass in each finger, let it sit for a little bit, and then take your cotton pad, and just the nail polish comes off so amazingly. So just an alternative to those revolting other nail polish removers that you can get high on when you breathe them in.
Yes, unless that's what you're looking for. Right. So I was just trying to go through all these questions. Okay, so Glow Bronzer. So in the US, we have powder mineral foundation. So if you ever order from the States, it's a great tip, but you can literally just put a little bit of powder in like an oil, like a avocado oil or a sweet almond oil, and then apply that if you do want to glow. Otherwise, the serums that you heard tonight are really amazing just to give a natural glow to the skin. I do have a recipe on my blog if you want a DIY lip balm that is like one of my favorite DIY lip balms. So I'll share that here in a minute. And then someone asked about like a tint. So I actually added beetroot extract to it to do a lip tint, but you really have to be careful because it settles on the bottom. So I found that it was like all the tinting was at the bottom of my lip balm. So I need to work on that recipe a little bit. Maybe in like a jar, it would be better than in like a long tube. But I'm always experimenting. So maybe someone else has maybe if it's beetroot powder, that would work better than liquid.
I was just going to say that I did one with beetroot powder, and it was it was great because it mixed in completely.
Perfectly. I need to try that in my next recipe. That's an awesome plan for next time. DIY sunscreen. Can you guys get, I know in the States we get
Zinc powder.
Yes, the non-nano zinc though. Do you know?
I just got some, so now I need your recipe.
Okay, well, I've tried like a million recipes, and my very favorite one, I can't seem to find the recipe for because I was in a mode where I just would make stuff all the time and then not write it down, which is making me crazy. But it basically is like I guess for those of you who are vegan, you could use cocoa butter would be awesome because it smells so good anyway. You could do cocoa butter with the non-nano zinc powder and maybe add some coconut oil to it as well. And then just apply it. There's some really cool squeezer tubes. The other thing I've done before is I've taken a spray bottle and I've used avocado oil as the base and I put the zinc powder in it and it still manages to shake and spray. And so I've made a spray version of it too. And then I actually add a little bit of vanilla sometimes to it just to make it smell good. And also it keeps the bugs away. Bugs apparently don't like vanilla, which is awesome. Anyone else want to jump in? Okay, hyperpigmentation, I think for any skin, whether it's black or white skin, is citrus oils. Just you have to do them at night. It has to be at night so that you don't go in the sun because you will get sunburn and it will make you sensitive. But 12 hours out of the sun, you can spot treat with it, or you can put it into a serum. Dermatitis. So dermatitis is basically the blanket word for your skin is having a reaction and we don't know what it is, so it's dermatitis. So, I mean, I think my faves are lavender and frankincense, start there. Melrose, those are like the top picks for any kind of weird skin reaction. Start with those and either straight up or in a face serum. Acne, my purification's my favorite. It's just like, I don't feel like anything beats purification. Anyone want to take on eczema? Adi, I know you've got some eczema experience. We could probably talk about that for a whole class.
I can. So my 7-year-old has always suffered terribly from eczema, so much so that it was behind his ears, in the inside of his elbows, behind his knees, in his nether regions, all over. It was really bad. And he scratched it so much that it used to bleed. So we first, a lot of it's to do with gut health. So getting rid of dairy and gluten and sugar from the diet is a definite must. I must say with him, it's hard with a 7-year-old to you know, get him completely off sugar, especially. The gluten's not too bad, but the sugar is quite hard with a 7-year-old. But he was on digestive enzymes and probiotics. And he takes Ningxia Red, which is a antioxidant drink. He drinks that every day. When he gets itchy and when he starts getting a rash, I take aloe vera gel and I mix in Melrose to that. I know some people like to use lavender and frankincense as well. I just use plain Melrose and aloe vera gel and it actually stops the itch straight away. So at least he's not ripping his skin open. But I must say his eczema is cleared up phenomenally. He's got very little left, and the game changer for him was, I don't know if I can quickly just jump up and get it. I put him on sulfasan. So his eczema was getting better and better, but it was just what wasn't going away. It was still always there. And the minute I started him on sulfasan, which is a supplement, we don't get it here yet in South Africa, but we're crossing fingers it's coming soon. And it comes in powder form and tablet form. And thankfully, even at 7, he's able to swallow a tablet. So I give him the tablets because he doesn't actually like the taste of the powder. I tried to mix it in his Ningxia and he didn't like it. So he takes 2 tablets every day with the sulfasan. And that's really helped with his eczema, like tremendously. It's been a huge game changer for him and his skin. It's a great supplement, so please, you know, hopefully we'll get it soon.
Sulfasan's amazing for really like any kind of skin issues, as well as like crazy hair growth. Like it's amazing for hair growth. Andy has some tips too. You there, Andy?
Sorry. My screen suddenly blanked out as I was unmuting. So I just wanted to say that I have really, really dry skin. And over winter, the DIY serums were just really not getting deep enough for me and I wasn't getting enough emulsion. So I ended up ordering from the US. This is a sandalwood cream, and it is really thick and full of emulsion. So as a night cream, this is the only thing that worked for me. Sandalwood is brilliant for skin, and it's got a ton of other oils in. I do actually add on top of that a couple drops of frankincense and orange, and that's been my night cream. And we're just coming to the end of winter, and that's been a huge help. I'm just really, really dry. So if anyone suffers like you need something a lot thicker, then this is a great option. And then as part of my cleansing routine, I do use a body scrub, a sugar scrub Sam spoke about, but I found for my face, the Young Living Mint Scrub, also in the US, when I was doing my order, I ordered this, and this has been amazing. It's really, really gentle. So I can use it quite frequently as a exfoliator, and it helps, obviously exfoliating helps to keep my face, my skin moisturized, because it absorbs the moisturizer a lot better. So these are just two products that I've been trying to order quite regularly from the US, and this is it's a big jar, so this seems to last a long time. You just use a drop. So yeah, if you have those kind of challenges, I know you've spoken about dermatitis. I suffer with psoriasis, so I also always need Melrose on hand, which has been a real lifesaver for me, with some coconut oil. And whenever I get any kind of dermatitis, I get stuff under my chin here, and Melrose has been amazing. So I would really recommend anyone with dermatitis, eczema, whatever, Melrose has been my game changer. Okay, that's it. Thanks.